Hi everyone, it's Ella Whitaker, exclusive Black Status presenter with Younique, and today's video is in regards to time blocking. So I actually participated in Unified for the Dallas first one, Dallas, that was the regional one, just a couple weeks ago, and I shared the stage with Bree Richardson, who's absolutely lovely. I love her so much. And we split up the day to talk about a couple things. However, one of them was time blocking and as an elite and above, how to work as leaders. And I don't want to share that information. I want to share information on how to be efficient with your business no matter at what level. And this can be started on as early as possible in your business when you first start, okay? So time blocking is how to work efficiently and smart in your business so you're not running around in circles like a hamster wheel, but actually getting things done in a focused and laser time frame. So here are the steps in regards to time blocking. Very, very important. And this, again, is at any level. And as you grow in your business and become super successful, lead and higher, you are going to need to be really focused in how much time you're working on your business, because we all know that we're all really busy. We are all really busy. I feel some days that I'm so busy, I then finish off my day and say, what did I actually get done today? Busy, 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 but really didn't accomplish anything. Most of us feel like that sometimes too, right? So we need to put in work hours, but laser focused income producing activities. That's essentially what we need to do. So the first step in this time blocking is to first know what your why is. If you don't have a why, you're not working towards anything. And the most important thing to start with time blocking is your why, the reason why you're driving your passion towards us. So your why could be a personal thing, to help out your family, to pay bills, whatever your why is, that is important. It needs to be written out. So besides your why, you need to have your yearly goals. You need to have your 5-year goals. So what you can do is create a dream board or create a list. And you need to write out what your goals are as being a unique presenter, whether it is a tangible thing or a personal thing, whatever it is, you need to write out your goals. Because if you don't have goals, you're not striving towards anything. It's true. As stupid or as minuscule you think this is, it is super important, because us, even in our careers, if you have a 9-to-5 or you have a career or you have a business or whatever, you need to have goals. If you don't have goals or sales goals or whatever, then you're not really working towards anything. Then you can say, if I didn't reach it, then that's okay. Is it really okay? Are you really going to be successful if you don't have goals? So create those goals. And then when you have those goals for a year, 5 years, whatever, you need to break them down in months. And this is where it comes in, your roadmap. You're mapping out your months. So if you're breaking down your goals, let's use an example. I want to reach $25,000 in PRS in 1 year. I want to have 100 people on my team in 1 year. How are you going to achieve that? Well, your PRS is only you, right? So you need to break up per year, how much am I going to sell of that 25,000? I need to break them up by month. Because then when your goals are so big in the year, you're going to make them attainable every month. So you need to break it down. And how do you map out your month? Well, you need to work with your team, know what their goals are. You need to know what your goal is. You need to know what their goals are. If their goals add up to helping you with your goals, then you're well on your way. But if they don't add up to your goals, what are you going to do in your goals in order to get this to come into play? Do you need more people? Do you need more sales? What is it? So you need to map out not only yourself, but your team every single month. The way you can do this is reach out to your downline, your direct downline, a week before every single month and find out what their goals are. Now, you don't push them with their goals. You ask them what their goals are. You're making this a duplicatable system. That's exactly what you're doing. You're making it duplicatable, so their downline, your downline, is going to now do it with their downline, and you're creating a very good practice. So you need to map out your month. Now, how do you do this? You can do this in an Excel spreadsheet. You can map out your team on a sheet, on a whiteboard, blackboard, whatever you want, okay? And then for yourself and your goals, you're going to map out your month in your calendar. So I have a yearly planner, okay? And I fill my information here with everything. It can be online parties, it can be home parties. I'm mapping out my whole month. Now, we can map out our goals in a month, but if we're not super organized and have tasks as lists, then we're not going to go anywhere. We have to be really efficient with our time as leaders because, you know, we have families, we have husbands, we have maybe school, we have extracurricular activities with our children, we also have jobs. Most of you have positions. So you're trying to juggle everything in a day. Now, if you feel unorganized or overwhelmed, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to know what you need to get done. So mapping out your month in a calendar saying, okay, Betty's got dance lessons Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got work Monday through Friday. I've got to cook dinner. I've got to do all this stuff. And if you have that mapped out and you can put in 2 or 3 hours in an evening after your children go to bed, then that's fine. That's great. Map that out. Put it in a calendar. Make sure that you're super organized with what you have to do in that month. So if it's home parties, what home parties do you have mapped out? When are your online parties starting out? If you're blitzing, what days are you blitzing? And stick to the calendar, okay? If you're not gonna stick to the calendar, you're not gonna get your goals done. It's plain and simple, not gonna happen, okay? So you map everything out, but on top of that, you need to have income producing activities every single day. So if you've seen my Power Hour video, it's on my YouTube channel here under Younique by Ella. You can take a look at that, but it's called Power Hour. I go a step further and I do power hours because I work this business more as a full-time. However, if you are an individual who is working your business only 2 hours a day or only working it 5 days a week, now, the more days that you work on your business, the better. But you can work on your business efficiently rather than working so many hours and not really getting anywhere. You're thinking, I'm not really doing these activities, they're not really benefiting me. Well, you need to do income producing activities. And with that, you need to do a ratio of this. Work 80% on your own income producing activities for your own business and only 20% on your team. So if you're spending more than 20% on your team, you need to switch things around. That's why you're not growing. It's plain and simple, okay? So power hours, simple. So every single day, this is what I do. I can split up my hours. Now, if you don't have 3 or 4 hours a day, not a problem. You can have 1 hour, you could have 2 hours. So if you have 3 activities in a day, you can spend an hour and a half and make sure you're laser focused on those activities. Us as women juggle things in the air all the time. Too many things, if you ask me. We are multitaskers, but what our problem is as women is that we do not focus on tasks. So make sure you have absolutely no distractions, none. The kids are asleep or your husband has them, or if you don't have kids but you're extremely busy, make the time. Put yourself in a room where no one's gonna be bugging you and you need a stopwatch. You can use your phone, you can use whatever you need, okay? And you're gonna break up your time and your activities with whatever time slot you have allotted, okay? You can only do 15 minutes, whatever. What I tend to do is wake up an hour earlier before my son even wakes up or before I was to go to work, and I would work on my business an hour and do those activities. or work on your business after your children go to sleep or when your children go to school. If you're an at-home mom, then you have time during the day when your kids are at school or whatever. Try to make the time, okay? And you cannot be distracted. And these are the activities that I work on. So I'm going to show you my power hours, okay? Every single hour, I take my stopwatch, I do 60 minutes, whatever time frame you think, okay, that you need to do this. And in that 1 hour, I'm laser focused. I'm not getting sidetracked by Facebook. I'm not picking up a phone. I'm not doing anything. I'm working on that one activity for 1 hour no matter what. And when that 60-minute is time's up on my stopwatch, I move on to the next project. Okay, so these are activities that I do on a daily basis. So on Sunday, okay, I'm going to show you. Sunday, I plan out my weekly posts on Facebook, okay. 2, I update my website training. So I have a website that has full training for my team. So I update that once a week, 1 hour. 3, I recognize my team in groups, back office, and posts. So I make sure that that's what I'm doing. Those are income producing activities. I map out my own posts as my own personal activity. Website training is for my team, and recognizing is also for my team. Now, I decided to do this twice a week, Mondays and Fridays, because these activities need to be done more than 1 hour a week. Okay, so I coach my downline 1 hour. I take another hour and create product videos. Number 3, I create team videos. And number 4, new prospects or virtual parties. So I look for new recruits or share the business, or I look for virtual party information that I can share with people and sign up people for virtual parties. So I do that twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. Now, coaching downline is my team. Creating product videos is a personal income producing activity. Creating team videos is another team activity. And new prospects and VP, that's my own personal. So I'm breaking up the time slots for my own business and for team training. Tuesday and Thursday, what I do is comment on newsfeed and add new people. I do that twice a week. Number 2, posting in Facebook groups. Number 3, prospecting in new markets and branding opportunities. I do an hour of each. So these are all income producing activities on Tuesday and Thursday for my own business. That's the ratio. Now, these activities I only need to do once a week. This is what I feel. Number 1, personal development for me. Number 1, me. 2, corporate updates. That's also me. 3, leadership and coaching calls. So following up with corporate and just making sure everything's a-okay, and team call planning. So if I have team trainings or if I want to do a team call, I'm also planning for that too. So that's a team ratio. Number 3, now this is my last day. I also only need this for 1 day, is customer follow-up. Definitely 1 hour. 2, cards for customers and team. And number 3, LinkedIn marketing. So I also use LinkedIn as a platform. So I'm always updating that. So 3 of those are also income producing activities for myself. So that is how I break up my week. So not only do I have a calendar of what I'm doing to keep super organized, I'm also making sure that I'm putting in at least those hours to follow up with people, not answering people's messages, not coaching, nothing. Those are things that I need to do to make sure that I'm being super successful in my business. Now, what you also need to do to be very efficient and to make sure that you're time blocking your business is to write out your tasks. Any tasks that you have besides all of this, like answering messages, if somebody's asked you to do something, whatever, write out those tasks in priority. Write out everything that you need to do and pick 3 or 4 tasks to do that day and make sure that you complete them. That way you won't go back and say, I was so busy today, I don't know what I did though. I don't know what I completed. Okay? And what happens is, I noticed this in my corporate executive, type of world, is that I often was working on so many other things that sidetracked myself that had to do with different departments, but I wasn't working on my own tasks myself. So If you want to work efficiently, you make sure that you have your tasks and your priorities, even if they are tasks around the house. Organize your life. If you organize your life, you will not be overwhelmed as a unique presenter. Trust me. Organization is the key. If you're an organizer and a planner, you're way ahead. You're probably super successful at this business. If you are a person who struggles with this and feels overwhelmed all the time, trust me, this will help you a great deal in your life. So make sure that you take the time to put time blocking time, no matter what time it is in the day. And like I said, you don't have to do this 7 days a week like I do. I choose to because this is my business. I love what I do. This is my passion. But if you only have a certain amount of time, use it well, use it efficiently, and use it in a smart manner. Thanks everyone. Toodaloo. Bye. Love you.